За бүгдээрээ сайн байцгаана уу? За бид өмнөх хэсгээр болохоор Carrie багштайгаа болохоор Монголд байсан хугацааныхаа талаар ярьсан. Одоо бид болохоор дараагийн нэгэн сэдвийн талаар ярих гэж байна. Okay, Carrie. Okay, so we're now living in a very big time. Nobody actually expected 2020 to be this kind of a challenge. It's actually affecting everyone's life and the whole planet. So the reason behind this is the corona. So how are you doing in this time of quarantine? How's everything in the States? We're right now in the lockdown and the cases of corona is increasing a bit by bit. What about in the States?
Right. So I think America is kind of too famous right now. We are having high levels of coronavirus, and in different levels in different cities, and it changes over time. So at sometimes it can be very high in the city and then go down and then come again, be really high. It depends on how people are spending time together or if they're home. And a little bit, it depends on the weather. So now it's colder and people are inside, so they can spread germs to each other easier.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's pretty serious
Yeah.
in America. And I understand in Mongolia, it can feel a little scary. And at the beginning, for me, I've struggled with a lot of fear. Mostly being afraid for my family to get sick, my parents. But I am getting to a place where I'm much more peaceful at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard you were infected by corona. So can you tell us how were you cured?
Yes. So my father, this summer, I visited my mother and father in Florida. And while I was there, my father became very sick. And he did not have any problems with coughing, no cough, no chest problems, no breathing problems. He was just nauseous and throwing up. And he also was having heart problems. And they took him to the hospital to check because he was having heart problems. And they found out he had coronavirus.
Oh.
And he was positive. And so he came home. And 3 days later, I started to feel kind of strange. I was not hungry. For about 3 days, I didn't feel hungry. And then I started to feel sick in my stomach also. And I became very weak and very tired. And I couldn't move my arms and legs.
Oh.
Became very clumsy and awkward. And I slept a lot. I did a lot of sleeping. And after a few days, I started to get better. And then in 2 weeks, I was completely better.
Mm-hmm.
So my father and I I think there are 7 different groups of ways that your body can respond to COVID. And one way is your stomach, which is not normal. Most people have it in their lungs. And so that was the one that my father and I had, was in our stomach.
Okay. So you just stayed home and let your immune system do their work, really?
Right. Yes. So in America, the only people who stay in the hospital are people who are in a dangerous emergency situation.
Mm-hmm.
If they need oxygen and they need help breathing, that's the only people that stay in the hospitals because there are too many people going to the hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone else just stays home, they rest, and within a couple of weeks, they usually start to feel better.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's great. Just one of my concerns was the media didn't tell us, like they didn't ask or interview anybody who actually were infected by corona and were cured. So we have very small information about how people get sick when they are infected by corona and things. So thank you so much for your information.
Yes.
Yeah. So how would you recommend people to increase their immune system?
To stay healthy?
Mm-hmm.
The best things to do are to wash your hands.
Yes.
And to cover your face. Those are the top two things. Is to, if you wash your hands, don't touch your face, your nose, your eyes, your nose, your mouth. If you touch anything when you're outside, come in, wash your hands immediately. All the time washing your hands.
Yeah, thanks.
The reason to wear the mask is mostly because you do not know if you are sick. The mask a little bit will protect you from getting sick. Mostly it protects other people from sick people. So if someone who is sick is wearing a mask, hopefully they won't make other people sick.
Yes, that's right.
But no one knows if they're sick. It's very possible to be sick for many days and to feel perfectly fine. Okay. So it's important.
Okay, so based on your experience, how would you advise me? What would you recommend me to do if I get infected by corona?
This kind of sickness, you wait. So take vitamin C.
Yes.
Drink a lot of water, right? And rest.
Okay.
Try to protect the people in your family. Everyone in your family should try to stay a little bit further away and wash hands, but just rest is the best way. Like many sicknesses, resting. Also, please tell any friends or family that you've been around, tell them if you become positive with sickness, then they can know that they need to be careful.
Right. Okay. Okay. Thanks so much for your advice. What about how is everybody doing with their work during the quarantine and the corona?
Right.
Work and
so in America, every city and every state had a different response, but many cities had quarantine quickly. We went to quarantine, and only the most important places were open outside of the house. So people, if they could work on the internet, they work at home on the internet, and other people just could not work, and that was what happened, and that was a lot of people not working. And it's hard to not work. You get a little bored, and also you need money.
Yeah,
it is hard, right? So finding ways to get encouraged and being wise with your money, but don't be scared. Being scared never helps.
Yeah.
Right. And for me, I am a Christian, so I did a lot of praying. I prayed a lot, and I talked to God and asked him for help.
Yeah.
Lots of praying. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then another thing, the government here helped a little bit. They sent every person money. Everybody got the same amount of money to help during that. And they think they might do it one more time for us.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So during this time, everybody is actually stressed, feeling the stress and the tension. How is everybody in the U.S. Managing the stress?
Right. How do we manage stress? This is very important, right? So one thing I said was praying, talking to God, asking him for help. It's important to I'm not good about this, but it's important to get exercise, because if you can move your body, it will help with your stress levels. So if you can walk or run or go ice skating, maybe. I don't know if the ice skating rinks are closed.
Really?
What?
we can't really go out. Yeah.
Okay. So you have to exercise inside. Find videos on YouTube. Copy the videos.
Okay.
And find creative things to do. Maybe there are projects in your home you wanted to do a long time. This is a good time to do them.
Yeah.
Maybe for Tsagansar, you normally buy gifts. Maybe this year, make gifts. Make presents for your family and for your friends. You have a lot of time. Make some presents.
Yeah.
Talk to your friends. Don't stay isolated. Don't just stay alone. You need to talk to your friends. That's important.
Yeah.
Do video calls and talk to your friends.
Yeah. Like
like us right now. This is good for your soul. This will help you.
Okay, so that is our next 10 minutes. And thank you so much, Carrie, again.
You are very welcome.
About Corona and other things. Okay, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Take care, Carrie.
Thank you very much. You too, Nara.
Yep. Thanks.